What's going on, Pats Nation? Welcome to another edition of the Cans Pats Talk Patriots podcast. I'm here tonight with my boy Stats, man. What's going on with you, bro?
Nothing much, man. We got a lot to recap.
Do
We missed
we?
a couple of days, so we got a lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of
We got
interesting
a
stuff.
lot to catch up on, man. What's been going on with you? What have we missed, man? Tell everybody. Go ahead and start us off.
So I'll start off with something that happened today that I thought was pretty interesting. So again, we'll start at the top with the quarterbacks. Jerod Mayo came out today and said the quarterback position is open to anybody. Now, only less than a week ago, Jerod was saying that it's Jacoby's job to lose. It's his job. He's the most pro ready. I find it interesting. Like I said, only less than a week later, he's already saying the job's open. Drake May has been getting more reps in 11 on 11s, and we understand we need to relax when Drake May has missed throws. He's a rookie. He's got to have missed throws. So it's not that big of a deal. But he has shown more flashes, and he's shown the coaching staff that I think he has a real shot to start week one. It's looking more like a 50-50 shot now.
Yeah, man, real good point on Jerod May. He did make those comments today. So, like you said, at the beginning of the count, he started off with Drake May needs a lot of work. He's a rookie, and then last week during the press conference, what did he say? Jacoby Brissett is the most pro-ready quarterback. So he's all over the place right now. But we did not tell you. I said, hey, it's early. So I said, give it time. So, and we still what's the day? July 28th. We still about a month, little bit over a month to the regular. We play Cincinnati, and we got some big news heading into that game. And we get into that later on. Some more serious news about a Patriots player. But yeah, man, that's big right there. Drake May, he's been playing good in camp. I think we knew coming into camp he had some accuracy issues, so we won't for sure about how that's going to transition to the league. So I'm really not surprised hearing. I mean, it's different reports. Some reporters are saying he's having an okay day. I don't think he's lit up nobody yet, but they ain't even put the pads on. We about to get on that in a minute. They put the pads on starting next week. So I mean, I think he's played good for number 3 overall pick. He's played real good. He's been neck and neck with Jacoby Brissett, and really Jacoby Brissett should have that lead on him right now. But I think it's neck and neck. And man, we got 2 weeks. We got the preseason start like next week because the Hall of Fame game is Thursday. So they got Houston and Chicago playing Thursday. Then we open up with Carolina. I think that game is in New England, whatnot. So, but Jacoby Brissett probably not going to play a lot. May's probably going to play a couple quarters or probably a half. We already know what Zappy is. I think a lot of people want to see what Milton is, but it's a lot that got to take place in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, man. The preseason's very important this year for the state that this team's at. But Drake May, he's taking shots down the field. And yeah, he's missing some throws, but I love the confidence that he's showing, and he's connected on a couple nice plays. And we'll get into the receivers in a minute, but Drake May is proven that whether he starts or not, he's already taken massive strides as to being a pro-ready quarterback. But it all starts tomorrow, really. The first week was kind of just a little bit of a walkthrough, kind of just easing into it. But tomorrow, you got the pads on. You're playing big boy football now. So now it's time to see what Drake May can do. I've been watching clips on him. I haven't been there the past 2 days, but his footwork looks way better. He's moving really well in the pocket. He's scrambling when he needs to, and he's making some nice passes, and he's connecting with some of the same guys over and over again, which we'll also get into in a minute. But I'm super happy with the strides Drake has taken so far.
Joseph said, just made on time, ready to hear you guys bring it. Have a good show, guys. Appreciate it, Joseph. Let's see. Can't keep us waiting. You kill him. Hey man. Hey, we be doing. Sorry about that. We won't do that no more. Appreciate y'all joining tonight though. Yes, Mike, love it. I'm gonna see the dancer Mike, love it. Yes, sir. Love it. Hey, we going. That's what we here to do. Bring you some of the best content. Hmm. Okay. I don't think I've looked this forward to preseason game 25 years. Hey man, football to me.
Exactly.
Football to me. Yeah. What a Diane, get us hey, appreciate it. What are your thoughts on Kristen Barmer? Diane, we're gonna get into that in a little bit. We probably close the show out talking about that. But
Yeah.
we get hey, it's 10, 11 of y'all in here. Make sure y'all hit that like button on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, share the content, Twitter, IG, LinkedIn, wherever you at. Make sure you hit the like button, give it a thumbs up on YouTube, man. I really appreciate it. But yeah, back to the where were we at? About the Drake back. I think he's starting week 1. I think Drake's going to start week 1. I think Drake is going to be the starting quarterback on week 1. I mean, if you look at the trajectory with how he's doing right now, he's going to start week 1. I really believe that. I really do. It's going to be very interesting to see. I want to see these preseason games, and then, we got a joint practice with the Eagles on August 25th, I think. So in a couple
weeks, 13th.
Yeah, the 13th, 30th. So in a couple weeks, we play, and that's kind of like the dress rehearsal game where most of the rookies play like not the rookies, but most of your starters play a lot. So I give it a couple more weeks, and we see it like he made a play today. We'll get into it in a second. Every day he's making highlight plays, like flash plays. He threw a pass. Do you see the pass he threw to Kayshon Boutte over Christian Gonzalez?
Beautiful throw. Beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. He did that, and then he hit I think Austin Hooper, Hunter Henry a couple of days. Jalen Polk has been balling. And we're going to get into another one of my favorite. We're going to get into Javon Bacon a little bit. He made a crazy catch. But, man, it's been crazy, man. Like, the rookies are standing out. Even Jaheim Bell had a pretty good count. He's been having a solid count. We ain't heard much from him. But Austin, who's been balling. Like, and then, these receivers already know who they want to be the quarterback. Jacoby said his stats might look a little bit, but I think Drake May gives you way more upside because we know what Jacoby said is.
Before we get into the receivers, just one more thing on Drake May. I think it's so funny how, right after draft night, everyone was like, yep, Brissett's the starter. May's going to sit the whole year. And it's progressively been getting shorter and shorter. Like I said, beginning, May wasn't even projected to play a game. And then it was like, oh, maybe May will play 8 games. And now it's maybe May will start week 1. And what we're talking about, I think May starts week 1 too. Because Jacoby Brissett, again, safer. We know what he is. We've talked about that a million times. But the highlight reel plays are all surrounded by Drake May and the rookies. And they're just bringing you the energy. So, and you just haven't had energy in the organization like that. And since Tom Brady. And it's just the rookies are just playing unbelievable. At practice, they interact with the fans all the time, so it's super cool. I'm super excited to see them ball.
And what I like about May, he bounces back from he threw an interception a couple of days ago in practice. Bounce back, hit Jalen Reagor with a deep pass or a touchdown or something like that. He has we seen. I don't mean to call his name, but Matt Jones. He'll have a bad play, then it goes south from it gets worse. Drake May, he actually responds well, and you've been there at camp. You actually been there like live front row seat, so you've actually seen it.
Exactly, and I mean, I hate to say his name too, but Mac Jones. I mean, he wasn't having these highlight reel plays beating Cam Newton. Cam Newton was just washed at that point, and Mac Jones was just, I guess, a safer option at that point. But Drake May just gives you so much more intangibles in him. But we're not talking about Mac Jones. We're here to talk about our Patriots. And the next thing that
Joseph says, let me rephrase that. I don't think preseason games have meant more in the last 25 years than they do this year. What do you guys think? Hey, man, great point. Me and Stats just about to bring it up. I think this preseason is critical for the Patriots in terms of development, getting some of these young guys to play good and stuff like that. What about players? We got young players on the team like Tyquan Thornton and Marcus Jones and Alex Austin. People, they're trying to make the team. Jalen Reagor. So I think this preseason here is critical for them getting a lot of playing time. Isaiah Bowden, just to name a few. It's critical for them.
Yep, exactly. And even veteran guys like Juju Smith-Schuster, KJ Osborne. KJ Osborne's been picking it up a little bit. He's had a couple nice plays. Juju hasn't really done anything, to be honest.
We about to get in there. Sports Academy says, so I love that Coach Mayo has left the quarterback open to anyone that will help May to be the game ready in game one, especially if Brissett was named as a starter already. This is good. Yeah, it's real good for May. But you know this sports academy has changed. Excuse me. Everybody thought it was going to be Brissett a couple weeks ago. Now it's like May slowly creeping up. I think May's going to start.
Yeah, that's a good point because if Coach Mayo just said, "Yeah, Drake May is starting week 1 right now," he wouldn't. I mean, I know Drake May is a hard worker, but the fact that the door's still open, it's gonna make Drake May just work that much harder to get that opportunity.
Joseph said, Matthew, that's such a solid point on May. What you just said about May, appreciate it, Joseph. Let's talk about these wide receivers. I know we did our 53-man depth chart. It seemed like it's been forever ago now. Through the first week of training camp, we almost a weekend. We got like 4 or 5 practices. We haven't started the real test come next week with padded practices. Has your receiver depth chart, has it shaken up a little bit? Has it changed? Has some of the performances changed some of your appearance? Changed some of your opinions? How you feel about that?
It actually has, and I know we're, like I said, like you said, we're only 4 days in, but it absolutely has. Your number 1 and 2 guys right now are the rookies. They've been the best receivers at camp. I know Pop Douglas has been injured, and I know that Kendrick Bourne has also been injured. But your 2 best guys have been the rookies. Not even close, actually. It's not close. Jalen Polk, he hasn't made the biggest plays, but he's been your most steady guy, and he's had a couple big plays, and May's been connecting with him really well. Javon Baker, walking highlight reel. Day 1, he was hurt with the thumb. You brought up how you think he's going to explode after that. He absolutely did. He's been the most explosive player at camp. Our 2 best players, our receivers, have been the rookies. And then, obviously, Pop was right up there with them. After that, these other guys are getting blown away. They don't have the same energy. They don't have the same skill. KJ Osborne, like I said, he's been better. I think he's going to 100% make the team. I don't think Juju's going to make the roster. He has not done anything in camp of note. I think Keyshawn
Rumor, he's not getting no separation for what we're seeing. And I seen around. I think it was Alex Austin was on the coverage. He was in his heel pocket. He's not getting no separation or none of that. And I think these young boys are going to play Juju right off the roster, right at the depth chart.
Well, the thing is Juju's knees can just explode at any point, so he can't make those hard cuts anymore. That's why he's not getting a lot of separation. But everyone is. I would take Tyquan Thornton over Juju right now. He's looked the worst out of all of our receivers. And again, it's early. He's got padded practice to prove me wrong.
That's the point I want to make. Yeah, I've heard Tyquan Thornton name a whole lot more than Juju. See, but my thing about Juju, he's a more physical receiver. He's a big boy, so he's not gonna really stand out in these practices where there's really not a lot of contact. You don't got to pass on. So let's give it a couple of days because we got pad practice tomorrow and Tuesday. I think they off on Wednesday. Let's see how he does Monday and Tuesday. If you're not hearing much about him by Tuesday, I think he's playing for he already playing for his daggone for a roster spot. I mean, we might just cut him and eat the money because who's going to trade for him. I think Kansas City might, depending on what happened with Rashee Rice. But who's to trade for him though? His stock is down.
He's just not really worth anything at this point. And I think you just got to eat the money. It's just not a good signing by Belichick. But I mean, the thing with padded practice is that guys like Tyquan Thornton and Jalen Reagor are probably going to get exposed at them because they haven't really had much to go against. And with the contact and the padding, I really hope that that's not the case because I've loved how both of them have looked. They both had big plays, but I don't know if both of them are going to be able to hold up through padded practice. And I think that one of them is going to get exposed in these next couple of weeks for sure.
Joseph says, you guys got to help me out a little bit. When is the first round of cuts? I think the first round of cuts, if I'm not mistaken, stats, isn't that right after the last preseason game?
I think they can kind of cut anybody at any time, but like the first real round of cuts, I think you're right. Yeah. Because again, you gotta cut 37 guys. So
yeah. Diane, Tyquan Thornton, has he improved from last year? I would say yeah, a little bit. We're hearing his name a lot more. We're definitely hearing his name a lot more. He ain't just putting up a donut on the stat sheet. I mean, we're hearing this name a lot more. He said he interviewed. They say he's up to 192 pounds. So that's what he weighs now. He was playing at 181. Let's see, because we know Tyquan. I think he caught a couple passes today. He's been catching some passes, but then tomorrow he might be absent. He might not be. Might run the wrong route or something. We don't know what's going on with him. What's going to happen with him.
So what I've seen from Tyquan is when they do the either jet sweep handoff drills or just a quick cut drills, and then you kind of go one-on-one against the cornerback and try to get around him. Again, no contact. He looks great in those because he's fast, but his route running is still it's a problem. He cannot run. He can't run routes. His cuts are horrible. Choppy. Can't break off people at all. Only thing he has is speed. So, and what is I can't get you everywhere, like even like Tyreek Hill. I'm not comparing Tyquan to Tyreek Hill, but he's a great route runner and he gets so much separation. Tyquan Thornton, if you look at his 40, he's technically one of the fastest guys in football and he can't get open. So really speed doesn't matter unless you have other skills besides that. But he needs to show that he can do more than just speed and being fast in training camp.
Can he stay healthy? Can he run routes? Can he get a hit, take a hit and get up? Because it was around this time last year, I think we had a joint practice in Green Bay. He was looking like Randy Moss out there, and then he got hurt. So we don't know what's going to happen. If he got to stay healthy. I think the talent is there. He just got to he has to stay healthy. Let's see. Joseph says May starts week 1. I agree. At this point, unless he completely falls off a cliff, these next what we got like 4 or 5 weeks left. Unless he completely just is a disaster, I'll be shocked if he's not starting the stats.
The thing with May is if he starts, your ceiling moves up 3 wins right away. Because if May is what we think he's gonna be this early, you can make the playoffs with him. I think Jacoby with this team gives you, we don't just an average season.
He's just gonna keep it easy kill. Like he ain't gonna wow you. He ain't gonna kill you. But you ain't going nowhere with him. Sports Academy. You know what I love about the rookies in there? It's no ego. They want to impress and they're very coachable. That's good for his coaching style. Speaking of the rookie, Jalen Pope. I don't know if you follow him on Instagram. He posted something saying about the receiver ranking. Oh, you 32 or 32. That's a little bit harsh. Now our wide receiver core is terrible, but they're basing off of last year. They don't know what we have this year. So keep that in context. They're basing that off of last year's stats in the receivers. And they don't know nothing about Jalen Pope. They don't know nothing about Javon Baker or Jaheim Bell, or they probably still don't know Pop Douglas. So I'm not saying we're going to go from 32 to be a top 10 wide receiver core. I'm not saying that, but I don't think we did last.
Well, the thing is last year, if they're going off that, our receiving core was Juju, Devontae Parker, and Tyquan Thornton. And then you had Pop Douglas. That is horrific right there. But then you add these rookies in with Pop Douglas and healthy Kendrick Bourne, who was also out for last year. He was on pace for 85 catches. Kendrick Bourne is a good player. He's not great. He's a good player. And if your rookies can turn into 1s and 2s, Kendrick Bourne is a phenomenal 2 or 3 for those younger guys. And if Javon Baker and Jalen Polk are both playing how they are in the regular season, this is easily a top 20 receiving core. Obviously, you look at it on paper and you don't know as much as we do. You're like, oh, this is trash. But if they really watch and they see how Polk and Baker are performing and they continue this going into the season, we are not 32nd pass catching. And I love how Jalen Polk keeps his receipts too, because I think we're gonna prove people wrong in that.
And Pop Douglas said that the receivers they're pissed off about it. They're mad about it. I like that. We haven't had that. Yeah, we haven't had that. Everybody like to sit back, be humble, don't say anything. I want the guy to start talking more. So I think we haven't had that in a while. So I actually think now that they know about it, it's gonna be a big help, man.
I think that's where Javon Baker's personality comes into play. He's got a little bit of a chip on his shoulder, and I think that's gonna really, really piss him off. And along with
did you see that catch he made today was crazy?
Yeah, that was awesome. It was I think Brissett threw that one. That was a really nice throw. I gotta give it to Brissett. And Baker, the energy after was awesome. And then I know who else had it? Boutte had a nice catch today. There was a lot of good moments from today, and there was a lot of energy. And then there was one kind of like fight with like Marcus Jones and like David Wallace, I think it was, and they but then they shook hands after, which is a professional move.
What would you guys project for touchdowns if May started week 1? Can he hit 25? I'm looking right now. Matt Jones had 22 touchdowns his rookie season. Now this is different. Now he didn't need a lot of work like Drake May had needed coming out, but he had 22 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, and he almost won Rookie of the Year for Jamar Chase for Matt Jones his rookie year.
Yep.
I think Drake May's a lot more aggressive. The coach staff, they're not going to hold him back. Like, we held Matt Jones back his rookie season. I think Drake May can get 25. I think he can his rookie season.
I think through the roof in every aspect.
Yeah, I think he could get 25. I think we have a much better receiving core, skill position core better. It all depends on the offensive line. I think if he starts week 1, I think he can get to 25.
100%. And like you just said, he's an aggressive player, so he could throw 15, 17 interceptions, but he also could give you like 25 to 30 touchdowns. But like your ceiling goes up 3 to 4 wins. You could win 10 games with Drake May because we don't know what he is. If he plays like people think, he's already more talented than Tua Tagovailoa. It's not even close. But also, Drake May could really struggle because he's young, and we could win like 2 games. So the floor is way lower, but the ceiling is much higher, not even close.
Padded practices will definitely give us a better gauge of where we're at as a team as a whole. So will the joint press against the Eagles. I want to see that in person so bad. Yeah. Speaking of the padded practices, what player are you looking forward to tomorrow in the padded practice to see if they can continue at the trajectory, continue doing good? I want to see Jalen Reagor and Taquan Thornton because I believe Javon Baker, Jalen Poe. I think they're built for padded practice. You look at their big wide receivers. So I'm actually surprised that they've been standing out without the pads on. I think that they gonna go from here to up here whenever the padded practices, whenever we start padded practice tomorrow. I want to see the smaller receivers, the Jalen Reagors, Taquan Thornton. I want to see them. So I want to see how they do tomorrow. Mainly Taquan Thornton.
I was gonna give the same exact answer. It's a great point. It's got to be Taquan Thornton because if you want to see consistency, it's being consistent from not padded practices to padded practices because that's where it really matters. Again, coaches aren't really taking much into consideration off of this unless you've been like really, really stand out bad because it's pretty hard to get cut from just these. We've seen, I forget who got cut. It was, I forget who it was, but if you got to be stand out bad before pads. Now that padding is coming tomorrow, you're gonna hear a lot more rumors of I don't know if like Juju, for example, like you could hear rumors Pats are planning on either trading or cutting Juju because Juju, like you said, he is a physical receiver, but he hasn't done anything really. But also Taquan Thornton could really struggle in padded practices, especially the joint practice against the Eagles.
Speaking of the players, Christian Gonzalez. Do you think there's any cause for concern that he's kind of been struggling a little bit? I know Kayshon Boutte caught a pass on Javon Baker, kind of routed him up pretty good. Me personally, I don't because you're a cornerback. You're going to give up catches. You're not going to hold nobody over. You know what I mean? As long as you're not giving up the deep balls and all that. And plus, these are one-on-one drills. It's kind of hard to cover somebody one-on-one. I'm pretty sure you will see Sauce Gardner or Pat Surtain getting routed the same way. You can't because you don't have a defense. There's no pass rush. So you don't know where the receiver is going. So I wouldn't say it's a cause of panic right now for some of the cornerbacks are straight. Not just Christian Gonzalez, but Jonathan Jones had a couple of passes called to him as well.
Yeah, if you're worried, then you're just delusional because
don't know football.
There's no need, like it's just like again, this practice means nothing. The defense especially is going half speed last week. Now that there's pads, it's going to be a little different. But even then, it's training camp. Christian Gonzalez is going to be a top 10 cornerback at the end of the season. You can argue me. I'll debate you that for an hour. Christian Gonzalez has just as much talent as any cornerback in the NFL. You cannot take that into consideration at all as a concern. It's just one-on-one routes. And like you said, they're all pro players. It doesn't matter how bad you are. You're gonna beat another guy on a route sometimes, no matter how good he is. It's just how it works. So
Gonzalez still working his way back from the shoulder surgery too. So probably still getting his feet back. And bro, we ain't even started preseason yet. Now you talk to me in the if he getting burnt by third streamers in the preseason or something like that on the way to week 1, because you know who he got week 1, Ja'Marr Chase, might be cause for concern, but just give it some time, man. It's just I mean, even last year he was getting beat a couple of times, but when the things got really get going, and I think Gonzalez is a player that's probably going to look good tomorrow too. The pads are on, and they're going to be, we're going to have a lot of 7-on-7, 11-on-11. Now you can get physical. I remember last year, I think he got, I think Devontae Parker made a play on him in camp last year, but then he came back next, but I think he got an interception when he shut him down. So I just wait till the pads get on.
Yeah, you cannot be concerned with that. Christian Gonzalez is going to be a very good player in the NFL. He's going to be in the NFL top 100 next year, 100%. I'm not worried about it at all.
Taquan is such a tease. He did look good in person when I was at training camp, but that's honestly like flag football. I really don't know if he's going to be the same player once the pads on. Taquan's like a tease, man. He really is. You took the words right out of my mouth, Joe. You don't know what you're going to get. And I want to see him tomorrow because the past couple of years, he either got hurt or he goes missing. And his game, he should be routing people up and blowing by people when you don't got pads on. So yeah. Taquan Thornton is my number one person I'm looking forward to seeing tomorrow.
It's a huge day for him. He needs to prove that he can be consistent throughout the jump from no pads to pads. It's a huge day for him.
Seeing Taquan in person is crazy. Like his legs are like toothpicks.
They are. They really are. Like, he's not lying. Like
I could tell he got bigger though. I could tell he got bigger up top.
Oh yeah, up top. But when he stands next to like guys like Juju and even Bourne, like his legs are. But that's a completely different build, completely different player.
Sports Academy said, by the way, I met Uche at camp last week, and he's a class act. Love that guy. Uche, he's been kind of quiet, but like I said, right now it's tough to gauge. Right now, there's no pass on. Tomorrow, I think we're gonna know how the offensive line look, how the defensive line look. We're gonna have a lot of answers tomorrow.
Yeah, I haven't really taken anything into consideration with the defense. It's just kind of tough too because you can't be physical. You can't really show what you got because if you hit your quarterback, then why would you ever do it? I actually got a picture with Josh Uche. He's a wicked cool dude. It was awesome.
Yeah, I heard that. Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, he's a wicked cool guy.
This team is going to surprise a lot of people, in my opinion. Listen, I don't know if it's going to show up on the stat sheet. I mean, in the win column. So for instance, I don't know if we'll go from 4 wins to 10 to 12 wins. I'm not saying surprise like that, but I definitely think it's good. It's going to look better. I think it has to look. It can't look nowhere. It's going to look better, and I think we're going to be a tough out. We're going to be a thorn in the tail for some people. And I think we're going to catch people by surprise. I still got them win at least 7 games. I don't know if just seeing the practices, if they can stay healthy, that's a big if. But if everybody can stay healthy, they get these young players up and running. Drake may continue their trajectory. I still think they can win 7 games because in the past year, in the past counts and whatnot, we always hear something like the defense is dominating the offense. I don't know if y'all noticed, if y'all can comment this in the chat. This year's been different. It's been kind of 50-50. Defense wins some, offense wins some. And that's what you want to see. Drake he's going to have some bad days. Brissett's going to have some bad days. Receivers ain't going to get open. That's a good defense over there.
Yeah.
I mean, this ain't the Cardinals or no. I'm just saying, like, this ain't no weak defense or nothing like that. I mean, you got to the defense. They get paid to play too. That's a good defense. The Patriots are a top 5 defense. So I'm not surprised when I'm seeing people struggling and things like that because you want that to happen. That's a good defense. Now, if Drake May was coming out and lighting up the defense, guess what everybody would say? Oh, the Patriots defense, they're in trouble. It's a time they're missing Bill Belichick or something. That's probably what they're going. That's what they would say. So you gotta take what you can take with it.
It really is an incredible point by you. I mean, everything you said there, because when you go there as a casual fan, you want to see the offense lighting it up. But if you're a true Pats fan and you want the team to be successful this year, you have to see 50-50 play. Now, if your defense is completely dominating and you're getting frustrated, then I understand. But if your defense has an interception off of one bad throw of your quarterback, you got to be excited. Or even if they make a nice play off of a good throw, you also have to be excited because that is still your team. You're not playing against them. That's your team. We got so many guys on defense. And yes, I think we have a top 5 defense. Jabril Peppers just extended.
We didn't talk about it. We got to get into that.
Yeah, but I think that's an unbelievable point that people really need to think about at training camp.
That's a good defense.
If the defense looks good, that's a good thing. It's your defense too. You're not playing against them. It is if the rookies struggle, it's not like you said. It's not the Cardinals' defense. It's a legit across the NFL. If we ask people that thought the Patriots sucked, they would still admit we have a good defense because we do. And it's tough for some of our rookies to consistently play good football because we have a veteran-filled defense with guys that are just elite at every position.
He said, Joseph said, oh my God, I almost just drove off the road. You guys are getting me so fired up. I'm ready to go. Hey, slow down there. Don't drive off the road, Joseph. Don't drive off the road, dog. As far as Gonzalez is concerned, I look at like the NBA, great offense is going to beat great defensive, but I think by the end of the year, Gonzalez is going to be an all-pro. Yeah, and if Javon Baker and Jalen Poe, all of them were getting locked down, guess what they'd be saying? Oh, we drafted 2 busts at wide receiver. They'd be talking bad about the receivers.
You can't win. You cannot win.
Yeah, just like if Jacoby Brissett would lighten up the defense, they're going to say, oh, the Patriots missed Bill Belichick, like I just said. So, I like hearing the balance. I love hearing it because it lets me know we're getting better.
100%. 100%.
I think this might be a new. So, hey, make sure y'all hit that. It's 10 of y'all in here. Make sure you hit that subscribe on the YouTube. Give me the thumbs up on Facebook. Share the content. Like the video. Twitter, Facebook, Twitter, IG, LinkedIn, wherever you at. Make sure you hit the like button. Mainly on YouTube. Give me that thumbs up. Appreciate it. Jim McKinley. So much will change with the past. Should be interesting. Very, very exciting. Yes.
100%.
You guys are so right. Folks always overlook the defense. Yeah, they forget, man. That's a good defense over there, man. It's a top 5 defense. They should be struggling. Drake May ain't gonna go 20 for 20. I mean,
No.
he's gonna throw some interceptions. It'll be time to pin. I'm gonna start looking at my defense wrong. If a rookie's lighting them up, it's time to look at the defense wrong. So I
It's
think a
good to
lot of it.
you can keep
Yeah, go
going.
ahead.
Sorry.
No. Go ahead.
It's good to prepare him with our defense for week 1 against Cincinnati because Cincinnati's defense has a lot of holes in it. And if you're going against our defense for a month straight, then you're going to be that much more prepared. Because, like I said, if we had a weak defense and Drake May was lighting it up, obviously it's still great. But you're not really getting as prepared as to playing against, even in our division, the Jets defense is elite. The Bills defense did get worse, but they still have a solid defense. Miami's defense is mediocre, but they still have some playmakers on that team. Jalen Ramsey, for example. So it's a good thing that our defense looks good sometimes. Please understand that for anyone going to training camp. If Drake May throws an interception, it's gonna happen. That's all I can say.
Jabril Peppers, we hadn't gotten to this yet. Jabril, very underrated. I know it happened on Friday, I believe. Yeah, Jabril Peppers signed a 3-year deal. I don't have the exact contract details right here, but signed a
4
3
million guaranteed, 30. I mean, yeah, 24 million guaranteed, and can get up to 30 million.
And how much a year is that? Is that like
It's
that
8
8?
guaranteed a year, but he can get up to 10 guaranteed a year.
That's a good deal for Jabril Peppers. And I was waiting on that deal because I'm glad we got him back. Pairing him and Duggar back there, that's good. That's a good deal. Jabril can play deep safety. He can be a hybrid. He can do a lot for you, man. I remember coming out of Michigan. I don't think where did he get the Browns? The Browns didn't use him right. And then he went to the Giants. He came on there, and then the Patriots signed him. This is his 3rd year with us? Yeah, this is his 3rd year. Good. That's a good signing for us, man. He brings the energy. He just brings the energy, and I think we need that attitude in the locker room.
Well, you got a top 7 safety duo locked up, Kyle Duggar and Jabril Peppers. PFF ranked them both as top 11 safeties in football. Kyle Duggar at 8. And they're both super physical players. They can play hybrid. They almost play like linebacker sometimes, but Kyle Duggar and Jabril Peppers they're also solid people, solid players in coverage too. So it's not just a physical thing. And I think Jabril Peppers is just such a Patriot. You need him here. Everyone loves him at camp. Everyone just loves him as a player. He brings the energy, like you said.
He wants to be there.
Yeah, and he just wants to make the team better. He wants to win, but he wants to also grow with the team. You could tell by his interviews. But I think it's an unbelievable deal, and even people across the NFL world think that $8 million a year for Jabril Peppers guaranteed is it's a steal. To put it simple, it's a steal.
Joseph said, if you guys were forced to pick a team in the AFC East the Pats could finish in front of, who would it be? I'm saying Buffalo because if Allen goes down, that roster is bottom 5. I completely agree. I think we split with Buffalo this year like we did last year. Miami's just been a team that's been a thorn in our tail the past couple of years. Even and when we had Tom Brady, we always struggled with Miami, especially going to Miami. So it ain't nothing like we've always struggled in Miami. So I mean, it ain't no different. Like when we had Brady, we always lose in Miami. You can always mark that down as an L. But at some point, you got to get over the hump. The Jets, I know we're not winning division this year, but I would want anybody to win division beside the Jets. I don't want New York. I don't want the Jets to win the division. I'll take anybody winning besides them. I think it's time for Miami to win it though. But Buffalo, I think we could be better than Buffalo. I really think on paper, I think offensive, I think we're better than Buffalo a little bit. I think we got better personnel. I really believe that. I know we're basing off a lot of rookies, but you got who Buffalo got? Keon Coleman, Khalil Shakir, Curtis Samuel. They got the 2 tight. I like Dalton Kincaid, and they got the 2 tight end. I like Cook at running back. But it ain't really jumping off the wall scaring me. They lost Stephon. They lost Gabe Davis. They lost a lot. They lost a lot on defense. So I think now this is a low chance. I think Buffalo, we probably still gonna finish last. But if we do got a chance, I think we can jump Buffalo. I really believe that.
Well, obviously, when you look at rosters, 50% of what you look at is a quarterback. So Josh Allen brings their roster up 15 spots. If you take Josh Allen off that roster and you give them Jacoby Brissett, that roster is not good. It's not
awful.
Simple. Their receivers are comparable to ours. You can say what you want. Mm-hmm. They are no better than ours. Like we can compare them one by one. They're not.
Missing Diggs is going to hurt them.
Yes. Their tight end group, I like Dalton Kincaid. Dawson Knox, I'd take Hunter Henry over him. He's just whatever. But their defense, they lost Tre'Davious White and they lost Jordan Poyer. That's 2 huge losses. And they lost Terrell Edmonds 2 years ago.
Micah Hyde. Yep.
Micah Hyde, they lost 2. Those are huge losses on their defense. Their secondary is weak. Taylor Rapp, I love as a player. After that, it's weak. You compare position by position, us in Buffalo, we split 100%. We can do that another time because that's another story for another time. But Buffalo's roster without Josh Allen is weak. So if Drake May can hit and he plays up to people compare him to Josh Allen, our roster is right there with theirs.
Completely agree. Let's see. Jim says Miami has been a thorn forever, like the Yankees versus the Red Sox. Yes, the Dolphins are. It's just their personnel, man. But they just paid Tua. Tua just got a big deal now. This ain't a Dolphins talk show, but they just paid Tua. So hey, they had to pay the bill and they paid them. So let's see how. And I think Tyreek wants another deal. So hey. It'll be very interesting how that team holds up. Ken, I'm always sharing you on Facebook, buddy. Hey, appreciate it, Joseph. Continue to do. I appreciate it. So in defense of Matt, he was in a really tough spot succeeding Brady. May's in a better situation. Yeah, I think Mac was in a tough spot because he was first up to Cam. We knew Cam would be the guy after Brady, but Mac was the first quarterback drafted since Brady and whatnot to try to be the guy, and he had a good rookie season. But the wheels just fell off after that. And from what I'm hearing, he's not doing so good at Jaguars camp. I think I seen some on Twitter through interception. Now I think they receiver in a bad route, but it's still Mac Jones. He's still tossing interception as we speak. So we just have to see, man. I wish him the best, though, man. I do wish him the best. I did. Now I'm gonna say this, and we can get off of Mac. I would have loved to seen if it would have worked out, and if we would have put a stacked team around him. But I don't think it would have mattered, though. I don't think he had it.
No, he just can't. He just doesn't give you enough, unfortunately. May is just better in every time. One more thing I'd like to get into before we get off is the offensive line again.
Oh man, yeah.
Switching, they're switching everything. They moved Chucks to right tackle actually, and they moved Caden Wallace to left. And I do like what they're doing because it's before padded practices, so it's like you might as well try it. But when padded practices start this week, you gotta start having a consistent line out there, man. You can't keep switching it every single day. Chucks is not. He doesn't even have a position right now. He's not even you can't even say he's a left.
Was he right tackle today?
Yeah, he was right. He's been right tackle the past. Or I don't know about today, but Friday he was right tackle. But the first 2 days he was playing left. It's you gotta now that padded practices are starting, you have to have a consistent offensive line and a pretty consistent first team right there. So. It's unfortunate.
I think with the pass coming on next week, I think they're gonna have the right combination of things like that. You got to, because at some point you got to put the best 5 guys out there so that you can go ahead and start building that chemistry.
I know that Michael Lenu is a guard and he's an elite guard, but him moving back to guard kind of hurts us in the tackle department.
Hey guys, heard the same thing about Mac in Jacksonville. Let me see. Love Peppers. Love the Pepper signing. Yeah, that's a good signing for him. Let's get into Christian Barmore real quick before we get off for the night. News came out that he had blood clot. I think Ian Rappaport said it was in his calf muscle, in his calf. So I know he had missed practice. I thought it was like he was sick, like cold illness or something like that. So I wish the best for him. I think right now playing football for him right now is not even important. It doesn't matter when he can come back. I think it's his health first. Now let's take it on the field. It is a big blow to the team because we just paid him and whatnot, big blow to the team, but none of that matters right now. We can get into how we replace him and things like that at a later date or whatnot. But yeah, I just want to wish him the best or whatnot. But he's got treated for it, and we just have to wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, I have to start this off with just if anyone here even has any connection to the Patriots, just prayers up to Barmore's family. It's awful news.
That's number one.
I'm glad that he's. From what it sounds like what the Patriots said. He's doing well. He's doing just fine. He got treated very well. So that's good news to hear. And I agree. Football does not have any. It doesn't matter for him right now at all. Get healthy. That's where football you got to just throw it out the window and just focus on
not to say that it's not a bad time to happen or a good time to happen. It's better that happens now when you got like a month and a half before the season starts, well, then that happen when the season starts and things like that, because now they got a month to try to replace them, go sign somebody. It's a lot of guys out there. We signed a defensive tackle today. I can't think of his name or whatnot.
Yeah.
We signed some.
He's from like the UFL or something like that.
Yeah. We signed somebody probably a dealt signing. So that's good for the team to go ahead and act on that very quickly. But you rather that injury happening now than just happening like a week before a game, because now you got time to adjust, prepare, and all that stuff there. So I think it's good, man. But I wish the best for Bowman, man. Hopefully he can get back soon, man. We just have to wait and see. Joseph, last comment said, couldn't agree more on the Jets. Heck, yeah, man. I can't stand the Jets. I'm not a big Rodgers guy. I'm not a Rodgers guy, man.
Rodgers is my least favorite player in the NFL.
I
hate Aaron Rodgers.
Hey, first day of pass tomorrow stats. What you looking for, man?
We talked about it. Looking for consistency from some of the guys that are surprising us right now. So it's a big thing. It's a big day for Tyquan Thornton, Kayshon Boutte, and Jalen Reagor, and Juju Smith-Schuster. He needs to prove that he's a receiver, and I'm looking for consistency on the O-line. I want to see a consistent line being played from Monday to Friday, and we're starting to get a feel of who's going to be where.
I want my eyes to be a Juju Smith-Schuster, Tyquan Thornton. I like what I'm seeing from the rookies. I don't think I need to see no more from them. I mean, anything they do right now is a plus. So I'm assuming, I'm projecting that if we look at the upside and the ceiling, I'm projecting that when they put the pads on tomorrow, they're even going to be better. Main thing, stay healthy. And I want to see some of these cornerbacks step up a little more. Marcus Jones been having a good camp. Alex Austin, Isaiah Bolton. I want to see, because rumor has it that Jalen Reagor, he always looks good without the pass. Let's see how he does tomorrow with the pads on. So in the offensive line, I want to see the combination. Are they keeping the quarterbacks clean? Because the pass come on tomorrow. Now we know you can't hit the quarterback. You can't even get close to the quarterback. But we're gonna get a good feel of the offensive line combination and who's really standing out and who fits where tomorrow.
100% agree. It's a big day for some people, so they better be ready, because it kind of decides their career with the Patriots tomorrow. So it's a big day.
And you'll be there tomorrow, right?
Yeah, most likely I'll be there tomorrow.
Hey, so if y'all gonna be at camp, Joseph or whoever sports again, y'all gonna be there. Live for my boy Stats. He's gonna be there on the scene, man. We'll be back live tomorrow night. It won't be this late. It'll be 7:30. We'll be back on the regular time tomorrow night. Sorry about coming on late tonight, but we will be back tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, to recap day five of camp, I think. It's day 5. Yeah. So we'll be back tomorrow to recap, man. Hey, appreciate it, Stats, man. Hey, y'all go follow my boy IGA. Also, if y'all gonna check me out later on, share the content, like on Facebook, like on Twitter, on YouTube, give me the thumbs up and like the video. That's gonna be it for tonight, man. Appreciate y'all. Have a good one.
Yes, sir. Have a good one, Ken.